Hi YouTube family, welcome back to another video. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm recording this video in my car. I'm at lunch, so hopefully you can disregard some of the noise, like the air conditioner. I'm parked in front of a big old AC unit. And I'm trying to turn this down. Hang on. Okay, trying to turn the AC down so you don't hear all that wind blowing, and you might hear a couple of jets flying overhead, so disregard the noise. I just wanted to jump on here and talk about real quickly and get you all's opinion. What did you all think about the I think it was President Zelensky and President Trump's exchange that happened with them, I think in the Oval Office? I believe it happened on Friday. I just kept seeing snippets and different cuts of what happened, and not the whole entire exchange. I mean, I kept hearing, mostly on social media, how awful it was, and from the cuts that I saw, or the blurbs that I saw, I mean, yeah, it was pretty bad, the exchange. I was going to get on here and kind of blast, the current administration, like I've kind of been doing. But I've been blasting them for the economic thing. I'm not in agreement with the whole economic thing that they're doing. But, for this whole peace deal talks and all that, I was going to get on here and, and blast them again. But I was like, I need to watch the whole entire, excuse me, my lips are chapped. I need to watch the whole entire video to come up with my opinion. And again, this is my opinion. These views that I'm about to express is not rooted in facts, but just my opinion, and it's not intended to offend anybody. Okay, I just want to put that disclaimer out there, and and I'm not meant to trigger anybody. Okay, but my whole take on it, and I did watch the clip. I think I watched it on a neutral network. So I was able to watch it from, I think, pretty much the beginning to the end. It was like a 46 minute clip. Okay, it started off very well. I thought the meeting started off very well. President Zelensky and President Trump, were both very cordial, going back and forth, and President Trump was giving praise to President Zelensky. Now, just in case you all didn't see the whole thing, I'm just going to try to sum it up, from what I saw. So it actually went pretty well. President Trump outlined, what he was going to do without giving too much detail, of the deal. And, he said, hey, they were there to sign the deal, and, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Where it seemed like they were done with that whole spiel, and then they allowed the media to ask questions, right? So the media stood up and asked some questions. I believe they were planted, some of them, because the questions that they asked, they were kind of like, what's the good word for it? They were just kind of, I don't want to say blowing up, but they were just kind of flattering the president, right? President Trump. They were just, using a whole bunch of flattery and, you're doing an awesome job, yada, 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 type of thing. And then President Trump, of course, oh, that's a good question. Who do you work for? Oh, yeah, you're a good reporter. So, he was eating that stuff up when it was flattery. Okay. And so it looks like, to me, everything was going well. It looks to me like where everything started going left is when one of the last questions that were asked, and I forget what the question was, but President Zelensky was able to respond, and it was something to the effect, I don't know, like stuff that happened years ago, like 2014. Oh, I think the question was, how do you know, or do you feel comfortable that Putin is going to abide by this current cease agreement? Because in the past he didn't, and he went back on his word, that type of thing. And so Zelensky kind of answered a question, and he said, yeah, we've had peace deals in the past, with the past administrations. I think he went back to 2014, 2015 or something like that. So it must have been when, whatever the time frame was, it must have been when Trump was in office. And whatever it was, it triggered Vice President Vance, because he got up and he was like, that's when you saw the clips that the media is showing, where he got up and said, you're not being, grateful, and I didn't hear you say thank you, and this administration, President Trump is doing a lot, to save your country, blah, 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 blah. And Vice President Vance went in. So I think he kind of lost his temper there. And that's what you're kind of seeing in the social media, when he was kind of being kind of disrespectful to President Zelensky. And then President Zelensky responded, he gave his little spill, and he kind of went back, gave his little response back. And then President Trump jumped in, and then he gave his little, and that's when the media is showing where President Trump kind of went off on Zelensky and President Zelensky, and was saying, yeah, you're not being grateful, you're not being appreciative, and all the stuff that we're seeing in the media, right? And I mean, it was kind of harsh. Not gonna lie, the President Trump and Vice President Vance, I mean, they were kind of harsh, and they went in, and I think it was because they were triggered by what Zelensky said, and they lost their temper, basically. So the media is just kind of blowing it up, and they're just having a field day with it. But I just found it interesting that, how the media just took off with it, and just, posting all these, what's another word? I want to say snippets, but you know what I mean. When you take somebody's video and you take a part of it, and you don't show the entire video, you just take things out of context. And that's kind of like what I'm seeing here, with how social media is kind of playing and spinning this whole thing. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I mean, it's funny, but it's not. It was a little bit of bullying going on. But when I heard all about the bullying and the disrespect, I was thinking it was like the whole time that President Zelensky was there. But it wasn't. It was towards the end, I think, when the current administration got triggered, and they just kind of went in, they lost their temper, and that's when the disrespect came in and the bullying. But they were on best behavior, on their best behavior from the beginning of the video. In the beginning, they were on their best behavior. I just think they lost it at the end there. And President Zelensky, he held up. He didn't let them bully him, and he said what he had to say, and the rest is history. But as I record this video, you guys will see, I think I'm gonna be recording this video on Monday, March 3rd. So I think yesterday in the news, I don't know, I just saw something briefly where President Zelensky is going to sign the mineral deal, or whatever it is. So he apologized. I think the White House was asking for an apology. And at first I was like, what, an apology? But then when I saw the whole video, I can kind of see President Zelensky, I mean, he did lose his temper too a little bit, and he kind of went off on Vance, but he did it in response to Vance going off on him first. So, and I guess, President Zelensky, he is trying to save his country. So, I mean, I can kind of see why he, did the apology, and he's going to play nice, to get his country out of this situation. So I understand it all. But I just wanted to see the video for myself, to come to my own conclusion. And I advise you all to watch the clip. That's the word I'm looking for, a clip. I advise you all to watch the clip, through its entirety. If I can find it, I'm going to link it in this video. And that way you can come to your own conclusions. And that just goes to show y'all, I mean, yeah, we watch the media and stuff, but we got to do our own research. And we just can't believe everything these reporters and people are putting out. So we do have to do our own research. So we can stay informed and know what's going on. But I want to wrap this up and just say, I mean, it's a mineral deal. It sounds good. President Trump came up with it. It's kind of clever. I have to give, credit where credit is due. It's clever on his part, but I don't know what's going to happen when, let's say he leaves office and whoever takes over next, they don't hold up. Putin decides he doesn't want to hold up his end of the bargain, and he just starts this crap all over again. And then we're going to be back to square one. So, I mean, that's another thing to consider. Yeah, it'll be good, for now until Putin decides he don't want to go along with it anymore. Then what? So there's something to be said, making a deal with, people like that. You can't, and then Trump seems so confident. He's like, well, he's going to sign, because I think the question did come up, well, how do we know, Putin's not going to go back on the deal? And Trump's like, well, there's going to be securities, there's going to be documents he's going to have to sign. And, that never stopped him before. He could sign out, till the cows come home. But if he decides the deal's not benefiting him anymore, and whoever the next president is, and he feels like they're a pushover and he can get over on them, we could be back in this situation again. So I'll leave you all with that, a little food for thought. So please like and subscribe if you like this type of content, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.